Hey everybody, I'm getting ready to head off to Mexico and I've had some questions about what art supplies I take with me when I go. So I just got everything organized and I thought I'd show you. This is the bag I take. It's not perfect, but it's just right for holding my art supplies. Plus I can also fit my phone and my wallet in here as well. So I carry it with me every day. So let me show you what's in here. Watercolor Sketchbook. This is the Moleskine, however you're supposed to pronounce it. Which is great, but I've also used Pentalics before, so that's my sketchbook. I won't carry these around with me, but I take these with me, watercolor postcards. This is the kind of thing I might sit and do from our balcony just in the evenings, just draw little pictures of what I can see and send those off to friends and family. I've got, I keep my water bottle in a Ziploc bag because I'm always afraid it's going to spill and get everything wet, but that's never happened. But anyway, I have a little travel size water bottle. This has got dirty water in it. Sorry you had to see that. And a little spray bottle so I can spray my palette off. I'll show you more about the palette in just a second. And then everything else fits in this little bag. And in fact, I won't carry all of this with me every day. I've got some backups in here. So we'll go through it all. I always have a couple of binder clips to hold the pages flat in my sketchbook, especially useful when it's windy out. An eraser, and I keep the eraser, this is just one of those kneadable gum erasers, and I keep it in a little plastic container so it doesn't get all over everything, especially in a hot climate. It can get really sticky and gross. I have a couple of these Oscoda travel brushes, so it's great because you can take it out and you have a little handle, and I just have two of them in two different sizes. I think maybe this is a 12 and 10, something like that. Possibly an 8, but I kind of like bigger brushes. But when I do need a smaller brush, I've got this water brush as well. And this does have a water reservoir in it, but I find that kind of awkward to really use with watercolor. Mostly I'm just using it because it's super portable and I have a little fine tip. And if I ever do find myself in a pinch without water, I've got some here. So that's what I'm taking with me for brushes. My palette is this art toolkit. You can go to arttoolkit.com. This is a person who makes these. And you can see how totally charming this is. It's tiny. These little pans are magnetized, so they're real easy to get in and out. And I have way too many colors with me. I think this is, what is this, 18 or 19 colors? It's too much, but I can't resist. I love them all. So that's my watercolor palette with Daniel Smith watercolors in it that I add myself. Another thing I always take is a little ruler, just a plastic ruler that's got some markings on it that I can use it kind of like a T-square. So if I really want to make straight lines or make sure all my buildings aren't leaning to the right or the left as they tend to do, I have this with me. It doesn't weigh anything, so it's no big deal to carry that around. I carry a mechanical pencil. There's tons of leads in here, and it's the kind that has the click button on the side. So these are HB leads, a very light pencil to use with this eraser, just if I want to really get the drawing right before I get into pen. And then for pens, I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm taking with me. And again, I won't carry all of them every day. I'll only take 2 or 3 things just to keep the weight down. But I have 2 Lamy Safari pens, and I've refilled these pens with platinum carbon ink, which is waterproof ink. So that requires that you have the Lamy converter, which is just a little, this is what it looks like. And it works like a syringe. You put it down into the bottle and you twist this to draw the ink up. So the reason I travel with 2 of them is because I'm going to run out of ink in one and I'm not taking a bottle of ink with me. So I have a couple of those. I have this Sailor Fude pen, which does come with cartridges. So in this case, I can travel with extra cartridges. And again, I'm using the platinum carbon cartridges, which are, is that right? Am I telling you the right thing? Which are waterproof as well. Maybe this one is a converter. I think this might have a converter on it. I'm sorry. I think I told you the wrong thing there. Also, this is an actual platinum carbon pen. It's a very fine point. I love what a fine point it is. And I do have cartridges for this one, so I can replace them. And again, so that's like 4 fountain pens, but I'm not going to carry them all. It's just because I know I'm going to run out of ink. And I also have a Pentel pocket brush pen, which again has cartridges, waterproof cartridges, so I can change that out. I use that a lot. And then these are just extras that I might or might not use, but I just threw them in. One is just a Sharpie. For some reason, I draw a little differently when I have a Sharpie in my hand. It's sort of like I just think, oh, it's only a Sharpie, who cares? And I have kind of a little more whimsical style. So I've started just carrying one with me because I do different things with it. I also have, this is just the pen I like to write with. So this is just a Pilot G2. I like the fine point, which is it says 0.38 on it. And this is just for actually writing in my sketchbook. And I use this because I don't want to waste all my good ink just on regular handwriting. And for some reason, this feels more comfortable in my hand for handwriting. And then I just have a few markers. So I have 2 different gray brush tips, and these are also waterproof. And sometimes I use these for putting in shadows and then come over it with paint. And this is a soft brush black marker. So it does basically the same thing as the Pentel brush pen. In fact, I'm wondering why I'm even really taking this. I might leave this at home. I might not need that one. And this one is just a waterproof chisel tip drawing marker. So it's fine tip and fatter tip. And again, I might not use it that much. It's more of just a backup in case I just run out of ink and want other things. So that's everything that goes with me. And then when I head out for the day, again, all I'm going to take is a pencil, an eraser. I'm going to get my clips. I'm going to get my ruler. I'm going to take maybe just one of these brushes with me. Obviously, I'll take my watercolor. I'll probably just grab one pen. Maybe I'll also take the fine tip because I like a fine tip and a fatter one. And I'll take a brush pen, and that's it. So it's really lightweight. And the reason I like something that's so lightweight is that I never have to ask myself, like, oh, what are we doing today? Do I really want to lug all my art supplies with me? I make sure that my art supplies are lightweight enough that I never have to ask that question, and I always have them with me. My water bottle I carry around empty because I know I can get water anywhere, so that doesn't add any weight. And if I'm really on the fence, then maybe instead of carrying my big sketchbook, I'll just take this out for the day and draw a couple of postcards, which I'm just going to mail to friends. But that's it. That's my kit. Let me know, post a comment. Let me know what you guys carry around. I'd love to know.